Hey, it's Patrick Grosser with the 513 Flat Fee Real Estate Group at Fathom Realty. You may have heard about our full-service flat fee listings through a postcard in your mailbox recently. We'll talk more about those in just a second, but first we're going to look at the Cincinnati real estate market news for 2023 year-to-date and compare it to 2022 year-to-date. First of all, new listings are down 22%, closings are down 32%, average sale price is up over 5%, average days on market is at 21 days, total inventory right now is at 80 days, while active inventory is at 42 days. It is still a seller's market, but not as hot as it was last year or even a few months ago. So if you want to sell your home quickly for top dollar, you need a more sophisticated marketing approach. But you don't have to pay a 6% commission to get that because it comes standard with our full service flat fee listings. Visit our site at 513flatfee.com to learn more about our service and to find out how you can net the most money when you sell your home. If you've been paying attention to the real estate news lately or even just financial news in general, you've probably heard that mortgage interest rates are a lot higher than they were the last couple years. They've been in the 7% range. They've even been hovering lately around 7.5%. And this past week, there's some reports of even up to 7.83%, depending on who you ask. So of course, when buyers of homes pay more interest on their loan, affordability is impacted negatively in the form of a higher monthly mortgage payment. What we haven't talked about very much in these previous videos is how that's impacting the overall activity in the market. Yes, we've talked about the fact that a lot of buyers are waiting until mortgage interest rates come down later, why we think that's not a good idea to wait, primarily because a lot of people are going to wait for interest rates to go down. And when they do, there's going to be a lot of buyers rushing to market at the same time, which we feel is actually going to spike home prices because demand is going to far outpace supply in that case. But one of the other things that it's impacting, not necessarily consumers, homeowners, buyers, sellers, but it's impacting the real estate professionals. So agents, loan officers, title companies, etc., home inspectors, anybody who makes a living in the real estate industry. So of course, if you're not impacted by that professionally, you probably don't really worry about that too much. But one of the alarming numbers, as we've discussed here earlier in the video, is that closings are down 32%. That means there's 32% fewer transactions compared to last year. Now, we saw in 2021 a boom after the COVID pandemic. We saw a lot of people move. We saw a record number of transactions. 2022, it tapered off a little bit and normalized. Here in 2023, with higher mortgage interest rates, a lot of people are on the sidelines. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of pent-up demand of people that want to move up to a bigger house, want to move down to a smaller house, maybe want to relocate to a different area, but are waiting for mortgage interest rates to go down. And regardless of how much I or any other real estate professional advises them to not wait because of the higher demand they're going to see and the higher home prices they're going to see when rates go down, a lot of people are not going to take that advice and they're still going to sit on the sidelines because they are fixated on the mortgage interest rate and they're going to wait for that to go down. So unfortunately, we do have a lot less activity, almost a third less activity, fewer transactions than we had last year, which is certainly negatively impacting real estate professionals. But the good news is for consumers, if you're not involved in that industry professionally, you don't really have to worry about that. We still see home prices going up over 5%. Yes, affordability is more difficult, but if you buy now as opposed to waiting later, you actually have less demand, less competition from other buyers to compete with when you're purchasing a home. If you're planning on selling your home in the current market conditions, the good news is it is still a seller's market, but as I said before, the bad news is it's not quite as hot as it was last year or even a few months ago. We are seeing some listings sit on the market a little bit longer. The average days on market at 21 days is only about a week longer than it was last year, so it's not a big deal for you to be on the market for 3 weeks before you go under contract. But if you don't price your home properly, you don't market it properly, it is going to sit longer on the market. So we are seeing that some sellers are kind of operating out of the perspective of what the market used to be as opposed to understanding what it is right now and taking full advantage of selling as quickly as possible for as much money as possible with a more sophisticated, more detailed marketing approach. If you'd like some information on how we can help you to do that, or you just have general questions, whether it's about selling or buying or even doing both in the current real estate market, the best way to get in touch with us is to go to our website at 513flatfee.com. Click the link there to schedule a call so we can set aside some time dedicated to assessing your needs and mapping out a game plan for how we can help you to reach your real estate goals. I'm Patrick Grosser with the 513 Flat Fee Real Estate Group at Fathom Realty.